Hello, friends and fellow collector. We have a TTM through the mail autograph return coming out of Metroplex, Michigan. This was a one card sent, one card signed. Took 12 days to get back to me in the mail. We have.
Hi, I am Ron Teasley in honor of Black History Month. This is my story. At the age of 98, I am the second oldest living player from the Negro Leagues. Growing up in Detroit, I was a standout athlete, which enabled me to get a scholarship to Wayne State University. I was given the name Schoolboy. I earned 2 degrees and still hold a batting record with a 500 batting average. After serving in the U.S. Navy, I was signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers organization, and I played for the Negro League, New York Cubans. I have fond memories of playing with some of the great players like Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, Buck Leonard, and Turkey Stearns. During the summer of 2024, my teammates and I were honored at the historic Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama. It was truly an exciting day for baseball. Thanks for learning more about my story.
So a little courtesy of MLB Network segment there. Ron Teasley talking about his career. Mr. Teasley, he is the one of the 3 living players that played in the 1940s and one of the 2 living players who played for the Negro Leagues. My previous one was Bill Greason, and now I have Ron Teasley. And the other guy who played in Major League Baseball is Bobby Chance, who played in the 1940s. Very pleased to get Mr. Teasley here. Beautifully signed here. This is a card I got off of eBay and got signed here with blue ink. $20 fee. And here, the little write-up on the back there, as he talked about in his intro there. He caught the eyes of scouts when he was at Wayne State University in Detroit. His 500 batting average there is still a school record. Later, he played outfield and first base for the Motor City Giants, Toledo Cubs, New York Cubans, and in 1947 became part of the Brooklyn Dodgers organization. There's his team, Motor City Giants, Toledo Cubs, and New York Cubans. And Mr. Teasley was kind enough to answer a few questions for me as well. So I asked Mr. Teasley, what was the clubhouse or team atmosphere like in the Negro Leagues? Any memorable games or events that stand out from career? Clubhouse was very exciting, memorable. Played center field in the Polo Grounds. Racing Jesse Owens. So I found a little quote about this. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Racing Jesse Owens. The great run of Jesse Owens. And this is what he said. I found this online. On Racing Jesse Owens, I was selected on 2 occasions to run against him. That was a pretty interesting one. First time I ran against him, I thought he left early. We got a 10-yard head start. So they would say, ready, set, go. But when they said ready, he kind of took off. I like to think of that I tied him. I can't say I beat him, but I like to think I tied him. So, tied Jesse Owens in a race. Thank you very much, Mr. Teasley. Mr. Teasley also is a United States Navy veteran, so thank you for your service. And beautifully signed card right here. Another great TTM to add to the PC from Mr. Teasley. I'm going to leave you here with a little video here of Mr. Teasley talking about his experience in the Negro Leagues. I hope you stick around and enjoy it. Thanks for joining me. Take care. God bless. Peace.
As a matter of fact, my father was born in Royston, Georgia, the same town as Ty Cobb. But also, he played baseball with some of the Taylor brothers. One I think, Ben Taylor, he's in the Hall of Fame. So I heard a lot about the Negro League. I did listen to the Detroit Tigers baseball games, but my father would never take me to any of the games because of the racial situation. But whenever a black team came to town, Satchel Paige or Turkey Stud, some of those guys, he would take me to the games. I was there. There was big crowds, and even on Sundays, fans would come directly from church to the ballparks. And they were all dressed up, and just loved to see the Negro League teams when they came to town. As a young person, I just knew that they made the games exciting. Some of the simple plays they would clown around and do something that was out of the ordinary. The base running was fantastic, and also there was a lot of bunting. We had a player by the name of Willie King, and he would bunt, first base, steal second base, steal third base. We'd have a man on third base and nobody out in the first inning. It was that good. And after that, I really got into baseball. When I was 11 or 12, 13 years old, I started hanging out with some former Negro League players, and I would first go out like I was a bat boy. Then later on, if a player didn't show up, they would put me into a game because I had been advancing and quite well. I was about maybe 15 years old, 16 years old. I faced Satchel Paige, and the first time up, I hit a triple against him. And he only pitched 2 or 3 innings, and he would leave. So I think the second time, I really can't remember what I did the second time. I was so excited, I guess. He probably struck me out, but the things I noticed most when I was joining the Negro League, we would travel from city to city, and the fans just welcomed us, especially the African-American fans. They felt like we were some kind of a savior or something. Things were pretty tough sometimes, a lot of discrimination, that sort of thing. But whenever we came to town, they just, almost like the circus was coming to town. And they were so happy to see us, and more than the circus, so it's just a feeling that there was hope that things would change, and they appreciated us so much. And I often think about that, the fact that we just encourage people to hang in there and work hard, and eventually things would change for the better.